Hey everyone, Diana here for another episode of Tip Tuesday. Today, we're going to talk about 2 ways that you can figure out if you're in the middle of an interview process that's a bunch of BS. Since I'm the no BS career growth strategist, I was really excited to tackle this one today. The first indicator that you're in the middle of a process that's a bunch of BS, and potentially for a company that's a bunch of BS, is if you are being treated like you should kiss somebody's butt just because you were granted an interview. Even though hundreds and hundreds of people can apply for jobs, especially at some of the hot tech companies, that doesn't mean that anyone in the process should be treating you like you're dirt under their shoe and that you should be grateful that they just deigned to talk to you for just a few minutes or a half hour to see if you're good for the role. You are just as valuable and just as important in an interviewing process as any company is. The second way to tell if you're in the middle of a BS interview process is if it just takes way too long compared to what's reasonable for your level and for your role. For example, if you are a fairly entry-level person, first couple of years of your career, there is no reason you should have to go through 4 and 5 rounds of interviews. A recruiter, a hiring manager, and maybe a peer should be sufficient to decide if you are ready for an offer. Now, as you go up the food chain, that might change a little bit. Somebody that's going to be the chief executive officer is probably going to have to talk to a few more people than somebody that is, just a few years into their career. But basically, we need to look at, are the people making you spend way too much time compared to what's appropriate for your level? It's also a little bit role dependent too. When I was in product management, it was really common to have to interview with quite a few different cross-functional groups, sometimes in panels, sometimes individually, but that doesn't mean that it makes sense for every role. So ask questions, figure out what's going on, and if it feels wrong, it probably is. That's it for Tip Tuesday. I'll see you next time.